After getting worked on the Wasatch Front last Saturday, the LA Galaxy return home to rebuild their confidence versus the surprising Philadelphia Union atop the Eastern Conference table after 2 games. Under siege last week, the Cavalry has arrived. Omar Gonzalez is back from his shoulder injury. Donovan Ricketts is done with a hamstring, and Landon Donovan is all finished with his national team call-up. The Bigs are back.
This is a strong Philadelphia team, as evident by their 2 wins so far. It really goes up the spine of the team. It starts with Mondragon, the Colombian 39-year-old goalkeeper. Then you have Danny Califf in the middle of the defense. In the central midfield, maybe an underrated player in Brian Carroll. This is his first year with the Union after several seasons with Columbus. And then that 3-pronged attack. The target is Carlos Ruiz, but then you have speed with Mwanga and a great finisher with Sebastian Letou. As we turn over to LA Galaxy's lineup, and you see a lot of changes here in the Galaxy 11. It starts with Donovan Ricketts coming back in to make his first start of 2011. Omar Gonzalez also making his first start in 2011. He'll partner with Leonardo. Watch for Chris Burchell, not a defensive center midfield, but to slide out on the right side. And actually, Beckham's going to come central more in the game here tonight. And then Miguel Lopez, the young Argentine on loan from Quilmes, will partner up top with the Colombian Juan Pablo Angel. Good stuff down there, Jackie. And one thing just to follow that up, Jim, is this was a team that gave up the most goals in 2010 in the league, but they gave up the fewest shots. It was just evidence of bad luck from time to time, and all of a sudden a ball would slip through and they would give up that 1 goal. This is a team that had a lot of possession, but then they would end up losing games last year. Not this year so far.
Ball popped over the front of the cage. Mondragon can only just let it go. Now the ball's loose. Hustling in, Donovan won it to Angel. At the top, shot over the crossbar. Miguel Lopez, who's making a start up top. We saw him a lot in training camp. The coach is very high on him, and Lopez probably would have been in the starting lineup earlier, but an injury knocked him out just before New England. Tonight, he gets his first MLS start and his first big shot.
Well, great little entry ball here from Juan Pablo Angel. You like the first touch there from the young Argentine, just to kill it right at the top of the 18. But just leans back probably a tiny bit too much, getting some air underneath one. I was talking to some of the Galaxy coaching staff, including Dave Cameraman, before the game, and he said this player is very good with both feet. He can shoot with quality from both his right and his left foot, showing his right foot there. And this reminds me of a similar spot from last year. Remember when David Beckham and Omar Gonzalez connected against Seattle? So look for that ball, probably about head high, bent right in between the spot from the penalty kick and the 6.
Free kick, David Beckham. Line drive deflected once, and then Donovan had a shot at it, but he actually had to lean backwards. That would have been right on Donovan had it not been deflected. Good service by Beckham. Good Donovan on the back post right there.
It was just a little bit behind. You see Angel was in the area as well. But that's such a dangerous ball for the defense and the keeper to protect against, because you don't have enough time to come out off your line and punch it clear, because there's not enough air underneath it, so you have to stay home. But then it's a bang-bang redirection sometimes.
Probably about 35 yards out, maybe a touch more. In from an angle.
This one has Gonzalez or Angel all over the end of it.
Hey, Leonardo! His first.
Well, LA didn't maybe necessarily start fast, as I was talking about in the pregame, but they can score fast. Precision ball, and Leonardo just tucks it inside the post. I don't know how he gets this much freedom, though, inside the area against the Philadelphia defense. I mean, look at that. He has 3 or 4 yards of space completely around all sides of the young Brazilian defender, and he just nods that one in the lower corner.
Marquis that held up his run just for a half step to time it. Now.
And so David Beckham gets his 2nd assist of 2011. But more importantly, Leonardo, one of the 2 guys left on loan from Sao Paulo Football Club down there in Brazil, gets his first career MLS goal.
Donovan again here, and we always like to remind you, he can throw it deep into the box. And there he does, just outside the 6 yard. Philadelphia was ready for it. Shot by Beckham! And Mondragon was fooled for just a second. A swerving ball skipping off the turf. Beckham trying to catch the keeper sleeping and almost did.
I don't think he got completely all of it though, but it was a great technique there to swipe across it, just paint the ball.
Oh, and Angel was ready to poach.
That was the next thing I was going to say.
And there's a real value in that.
And I think Todd would be the first to tell you where maybe he's lost a step as far as staying with some of the speedier forwards. He uses his intellect.
He's one of the fastest guys on the pitch, Landon Donovan. He just gets folded up. That's just a foul. I thought it might draw a little bit more.
Valdez.
Carlos Valdez chasing him from behind, had no chance here and just gave him the elbow in the back.
And again, that's like what Leonardo did in the first few moments of the first half. Where's Landon Donovan going to go with the ball right there? Nowhere. All you have to do is shield him toward the end line.
So here's Beckham now just outside the 18 to the right of the keeper. You can see Mondragon in the background hugging that near post. Where do you go here, Mark? Lots of options.
I think you just make sure you keep Mondragon, the keeper, at home, because there's no room for him to come out and get a driven ball.
Beckham trying to score! And Mondragon punched it away with both hands. And now trying to keep it in, and he does. Now just a laser here off the right foot of Beckham.
Still going to be pretty tough, though, to beat a goalkeeper from right there, because all he needs is one quick step toward the near post, and then the punch, as you saw right there.
Understands, especially now, Mark, as the schedule's longer. It truly is a marathon now, with 34 games this year.
That, and then when you throw in the CONCACAF Champions League group play, you'll have some of the U.S. Open Cup games. They'll have the play-in game if they go a little further, another game after that. So Letou with a chance getting inside, and the bodies tangle up, but Leonardo comes away unscathed as Ricketts will glove that one. Really the first chance of the match that we have seen Sebastian Letou come in and make his presence felt. Nice little ball here from Nakazawa up and over the top. Letou finds it over his right shoulder.
And quickly at the opposite end. Scoring opportunity for the Galaxy.
Lopez, we saw one in the first half when he unleashed a right foot that buzzed right over the top of the crossbar. This one was almost a carbon copy of that chance from the first half. It's a good young player, this Argentine. I think he's going to make a dent into the starting lineup with the way he played as a substitute in Salt Lake a week ago and what he's done so far here tonight. Was, you know, let's settle in here and continue our possession in the second half. Let's just knock the ball around. This is our home field.
Uranzi out wide. Jordan Harvey with the left, and a chance back post, and it hits the outside of the cage. Williams coming in. Ruiz was in the middle and arrived just a step late.
And there's Williams getting forward from that right back spot like I was talking about. So it's almost on the outside left midfielder to make sure you track that one. You see Leonardo was a little slow getting back to track that run as that ball slips all the way through. Excellent ball there from Jordan Harvey.
Ruiz trying to extend those toes. Missed it by about 6 inches. What about the yellow card accumulation? You got to worry about that at some point, don't you?
That's when depth on your roster comes into play.
Here comes Landon Donovan. Donovan looking for some help. Flick a shot off the crossbar. How did it stay out? And now we got some guys pushing in the middle of the pitch.
Oh, straight red card.
Is bringing a straight red out. Burchell. Yeah, it was getting ugly away from the ball. A couple of guys pushing back and forth. And Burchell says, no. Should not have been me, and it shouldn't have been that severe. Well, that's going to change things. Now the Galaxy will have to protect that 1-goal lead, a man down the rest of the way home. And Ruiz is getting yellow as well. They've been pushing, they've been jawing.
And as you can see the reaction from Bruce Arena as Chris Burchell makes his way over to the bench.
And here it is. Here's Ruiz with Burchell behind.
Battling to get it, and then they go out of frame right there. So it's clearly something going on is off the ball as Ruiz released that ball. Tim Ward did not hesitate going to the back pocket.
No, and obviously the offenses were not equal because he went red card immediately on Burchill and then later gave the yellow card to Ruiz. Paul Ward has been very busy.
How do you like that?
Oh my
I don't know if we
goodness.
have enough time left to read it, but the one that sticks out, that 53rd minute against Chris Burchill, the red card right there. It's all going to mean a great team effort, though, when this final whistle comes from Paul Ward and this 1-0 scoreline holds up.
That was Barrett in there winning that ball for the Galaxy. And now Ward pushing. Barrett's been in the game for 30 seconds, and he's chest to chest. Here we go. Brian Jordan's involved. Mondragon has come way out. He came sprinting out of the cage. Barrett went sliding in, and he's saying he got hit in the mouth. And that's a red.
Is it going to be a red for Califf? Because I think it's second yellow for Califf right here.
McInerney, maybe? That looks like McInerney. McInerney's going to get the red card.
Well, we'll take a look at it. That's not that bad of a challenge right there, but then watch the follow-up. Oh, it's the right hand to the face right there from McInerney. Califf comes in to try and cool the tempers.
Last time McInerney walked up the tunnel here at the Home Depot Center, he's pretty happy. He scored his first MLS goal. This time he's sent home early, but we're almost done. Final seconds here. It's just a matter of when Paul Ward wants to finally finish this thing. And there it is. The Galaxy bagged 3 points. And Paul Ward writes a novel tonight. 10 cards, including 2 reds.